I think it's time for a radio show.
Hello there. See, Prince George and Princess Charlotte have started one of the Queen's favourite hobbies. They've taken up scowling, horse riding.
This radio show's beginning to begin at the beginning.
Hit music now with Phil Allen on Radio 1, where hit music lives.
Phil Allen.
Hello, Thursday.
Across the island and around the world, this is Radio 1 with Phil Allen.
Hit music with Phil Allen. Radio 1 Mallorca.
How's the weather today, Alexa?
Look for wildly scattered hijinks followed by sudden office pranks. There will be increased tomfoolery with a slight chance of untied shoelaces. Chance of sitting on a toilet that's been wrapped in cellophane, 80%. Happy April Fool's Day. And remember, trust no one.
Greetings. Welcome to the show.
And now here to entertain you,
the finest broadcaster.
My favorite show.
Showtime. Kicking off the show today, Magical J and Mark Coppy with Love Me Better at Radio 1 Mallorca. Hello, this is Phil Allen for Thursday. Sunny intervals this afternoon, highs around 22 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy to start, turning clear later with overnight lows down to 13 degrees. Tomorrow, clear skies and sunshine all day long, with highs up to 21 degrees. Sunset this evening, 8:14. And on the radio, Promised Land featuring Sandy Chambers. This is called Someone Else on Radio 1 Mallorca.
I don't believe. Hit music with Phil Allen.
Today's show is brought to you by National Burrito Day. Yep, today is National Burrito Day. Stop it. No, really, stop it. Stop it!
Radio 1 Mallorca.
Paul Walford, Amber Mark with Heat on Radio 1 Mallorca. Hello there, good afternoon. This is Phil Allen for a Thursday. Lots to get through. We'll have a Soul Train anthem in a few songs' time. Around about 1:30, stand-up comedy time with Nate Bargatze on 2020, UFOs and COVID. We'll have an old-school flashback classic, plus we'll open the birthday file and take a listen to an ad for Southern Australian tourism. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at DJ Phil Allen, or email, it's mail@phil-allen.co.uk. Hi to Lacey, Nina and Lily Rose in Palma. Looking forward to a week off work over the Easter break. Good for you, ladies. Enjoy your holiday. I'm actually on a break myself after today's show. I'll be back a week on Monday, but I believe they're rebroadcasting some of my weekend hits and bits shows while I'm away. Probably daytime drinking.
I think I need a drink-a-doodle-doo.
Happy birthday to Alexis Byrne in Andratch. Lots of love from Mum, Dad and brothers Troy and Ewan. Happy birthday, Alexis. You have a great day. Hit music now. Loving this tune. Leave the door open. Silk Sonic, Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak on Radio 1 Mallorca.
This is Radio 1.
Now, hotter than ever, Phil Allen.
Radio 1 Mallorca with KSI featuring Youngblood and Polo G. Patience, top tune. Another top tune and an oldie but a goodie. A Soul Train anthem plays next.
If it's a hit,
It's here.
Radio 1.
Phil Allen.
Mallorca's best music. This is Radio 1 Mallorca. It's stand-up comedy time with Nate Bargatze on 2020, UFOs and COVID.
let me tell you, 2020 has been my favorite year. There's aliens. They said there's UFOs. And no one cares. That's... What kind of year could you have that you could sneak in at the end of the news? They go, there's UFOs. And you're like, oh, do they have COVID? And you're like, no. Like, I don't know. They won't get tested. But I told my wife that. I said, they said there's UFOs. And she just went about her day. I mean, just, you might even watch this and be like, oh, I didn't even hear that. And that's the point. That's how amazing 2020 has been. I also feel this is a good year to see where your friends are at. You know, like you want to be in the middle, I think. I got friends that they take a shower with their mask on and they sleep with the mask on because they have a hamster and the hamster probably has it and they live alone. It's just them and the hamster. And I also have friends that I don't think have even heard about COVID. It looks like someone told them to try to go get it. That's how they're living. I have a lot of friends too that they tell me they already had it. They're like, I had it. I had a fever. February, had a fever for a couple hours, so probably had it. I had one friend, he told me he had it in 2015. Convinced. He goes, I had it in 2015. I was the first, and it just didn't catch on like it has now. But
next Bogarts, here's Sean Paul featuring Suka Ward with Spaceship on Radio 1 Mallorca. You're listening to Radio 1 Mallorca, and in Thursday's breaking Not Headline News, for the very latest Not Headline News, let's cross now to the Not Headline News newsroom.
This is Not Headline News. An Ally McBeal reboot is in the works. Fox will air it alongside The Simpsons on a night called Musty TV. Dermatologists say Gwyneth Paltrow's recent tips on applying sunscreen are incorrect and potentially dangerous. In fact, they're so medically off the mark, Gwyneth has been asked to guest host Jeopardy! Girls Gone Wild founder Joe Francis turns 48 today. People used to pay that guy to see Girls Go Wild. Now they just rewatch the Grammys for free. Today is National Burrito Day. Good that it's right now, because in a few weeks there might be another toilet paper shortage. And Dyson unveiled a vacuum with a laser. It's the biggest advancement in sucking since the New York Jets. This is Not Headline News.
Phil Allen.
Thank you. Here's London Grammar. How does it feel?
Radio 1 Mallorca. Pure emotion.
Phil Allen.
You're listening to Radio 1 Mallorca. It is Thursday, April the 1st, 2021.
Y'all know what day it is?
No.
April Fools.
April Fools.
April Fool, mother.
On this date in 1826, the internal combustion engine was patented by Samuel Morey. For years he was told, stop internalising things, but the last laugh was on them. On this date in 1853, Cincinnati became the first US city to pay firefighters a regular salary. Their reaction, okay, now we'll pose for that calendar for you. On this date in 1889, the very first dishwashing machine was sold in Chicago. Just 6 short hours later, a wife said to her husband, you're loading it wrong. On this date in 1929, the yo-yo was introduced to the public. Since then, its popularity has been up and down.
What is it, your day off from the Moron Factory?
Superman debuted in the comic strips on this date in 1938. Up until that time, not very many men wore tights and capes and could get away with it. Hilary Scott of Lady A turns 35 today. Rachel Maddow, the newscaster, celebrates her 48th birthday tonight. Her wish when blowing out the candles, praise from former President Donald Trump. Susan Boyle turns the big 6-0 today. What a voice. Ali McGraw from Love Story turns 82 today. And finally, a new tourism ad for South Australia is going viral because it's very suggestive in a naughty way. It seems intentional though, because the people behind it did another suggestive ad for Australia's Northern Territory that got banned back in 2016, which you can Google for yourself. Anyway, the new ad talks about all the amazing food in South Australia. Here's a clip.
Your tongue yearns for a certain sensation. Your heart and soul flower through flavour. Is it time to bask in Australian bush, native to our southern lands? Is it time to discover a new zest for life and explore our hidden delights? It's time to go down south with your mouth.
Wow. Here's Robin Schulz, Felix Jan featuring a leader with One More Time on Radio 1 Mallorca.
You can break my heart. Phil Allen.
Thursday hour 2.
Across the island and around the world. This is Radio 1 with Phil Allen.
Hit music with Phil Allen. Radio 1 Mallorca.
April Fools.
April Fools.
April Fool. Just a little joke, folks.
Told you all. Yes, April Fool.
Stop with this April Fool's nonsense.
April Fool's Day is favorite holiday.
As of right now, April Fool's Day is over.
Hey, speaking of politicians under investigation for sex stuff, Governor Andrew Cuomo today signed legislation that would legalize recreational marijuana in the state of New York and said, now please everyone go smoke it and forget about the women I played grab ass with. Thank you.
Kicking off hour 2 on the show today. Move your body, Cesar Caccia on Radio 1 Mallorca. Hello, good afternoon. This is Phil Allen. Sunny intervals all afternoon with highs up to 22 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy to start, turning clear later. Overnight lows down to 13 degrees. Tomorrow, clear skies and sunshine all day. Highs tomorrow, 21 degrees. Sunset this evening, 14 minutes past 8. And the sea surface temperature around Mallorca remains at 14.8 degrees. Coming up in this hour, we'll have another Soul Train anthem for fans of the Soul Weekenders. Stand-up comedy round about 2:30. Nick Turner on getting a year's supply of donuts. We'll have a flashback classic from the old school. Plus, in your showbiz today, we'll hear from Jimmy Kimmel, Millie Bobby Brown, and Jada Pinkett Smith as well. Get in touch with the show. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at DJ Phil Allen. On email, it's mail@phil-allen.co.uk. Beth Floral Arts La Villa Shopping Centre Magaluf. It's Easter this weekend. They have lots of lovely gifts and fresh flowers for your loved ones. Beth Floral in La Villa in Magaluf is the premier shop for beautiful fresh-cut flowers and unique quality branded gifts. The shop is a treasure trove of beautiful gifts including handbags, scented candles and Swarovski pieces and unusual decorative items all hand-picked by Beth. Pop in to see them at Beth Floral Arts. You'll find the perfect present for your loved one for Easter or any occasion. And take an Easter family photo at their photo call. They're open 6 days per week, closed Sundays. Find them on Instagram or Facebook for more info. Hit music now. Let's Go Surf featuring Yaron with Turn Me On Radio 1 Mallorca.
Like a nice wind. Hit music with Phil Allen.
Where are you? There you are. Come here, boy. Oh, yeah. Good beer. Good beer.
Radio 1 Mallorca.
Phil Allen.
Your number one hit music station. This is Radio 1 Mallorca. Stand-up comedy time with Nick Turner on getting a year's supply of donuts.
I recently saw a television taping myself of that show, The Talk. Still don't know how I got tickets. So I went to The Talk, and then halfway through the taping, the woman playing the Whoopi character, they had one of everybody. She was like, everyone in today's audience gets a free year's supply of donuts! Which was the greatest news I'd heard. Until I thought about it at all. I don't know how many donuts you guys think are in a year's supply, but according to the donut people, sitting up there in their ivory towers, it's 52 dozen. Too much? They had a meeting about it where they're like, all right, donut consumption in a 12-month period? For human beings. Okay. I don't know, about 700? Am I out of touch? So they gave me a gift card, and I could not have all that power in my fingertips. So I immediately sold it on eBay to a woman in Southern California that I can only assume has died. I never knew her. But I can assume if you're trolling eBay for donut deals, it is time to turn that car around.
Nick Turner. Love this tune from Rehab and Jolene Tsai. This is Stars Align on Radio 1 Mallorca.
Can I go back to the days that I had you?
You're listening to Radio 1 Mallorca, and in today's breaking tacos news, what food do you prefer when you're having a bad day? Well, here's your answer. A new survey of 2,000 people says that tacos would improve their mood, just beating out bacon and eggs and steak.
It happens to everyone. The bad day. You didn't get enough sleep, you ran out of coffee creamer, and you seemed to catch every red light. When this happens, don't reach for aspirin or alcohol. Instead, get tacos!
It's raining tacos.
Tacos are guaranteed to brighten up a bad day. Don't ask your doctor if tacos are right for you. 'Cause they are, damn it. Hell, you're smiling now, knowing that soon you'll be eating tacos. Side effects may include
Phil Allen.
Good grief. Everybody wants to party. Here's Dub Dogs.
Radio 1 Mallorca.
Phil Allen. Showbiz Update.
This is Radio 1 Mallorca with your Showbiz Update for Thursday. First up, courtesy of Jimmy Kimmel Live, let's take a look back at this week in COVID history.
This week in COVID history. As we head into April 2020, President Trump is a ratings hit. Mr. Trump and his coronavirus updates have attracted an audience of 8.5 million, roughly the viewership of the season finale of The Bachelor. That's not me talking. That's literally what the president tweeted. Word for word. It was weird.
Did you know I was number one on Facebook?
Number one on Facebook. So, Mr. Number One, how do we beat this pandemic? Maybe by wearing masks. The CDC says it's a good idea.
With the masks, it's going to be really a voluntary thing. You can do it. You don't have to do it. I'm choosing not to do it.
Great thinking, Mr. T. Who needs masks when you have tonight's sponsor? Hydroxychloroquine.
Chloroquine.
Hydrochloroquine.
Hydroxyquinolone.
It's unbelievable and totally untested.
We have purchased 29 million pills. We're sending them to the hospitals. We're sending them all over. There are signs that it works on this, some very strong signs.
But don't just take his word for it.
Everything shows that it works.
I think this is the beginning of the end of the pandemic. I'm very serious.
I think history will judge who's right on this debate. I'd bet on President Trump's intuition on this one.
Yes, our president knows best.
What do you have to lose? Take it.
Yes, just shut up and put it in your butt. This has been This Week in COVID History.
Thank you. More from Jimmy Kimmel Live shortly. TV News Young Sheldon has been renewed for 3 more series. Actor Michael Rappaport posted screenshots of a conversation between himself and Kevin Durant in which the Brooklyn Nets star used homophobic, misogynistic and profane language towards the actor. ABC has ordered season 30 of Dancing with the Stars, America's Strictly. Brian Tyree Henry, one of Millie Bobby Brown's Godzilla vs. Kong co-stars, said she likes to bark before a take to get her energy levels up. There may be something to it. Here's a clip from a 2018 video where she admits she likes barking.
I like to bark. I'm really good at barking. Ready, listen. People genuinely think that I am a dog. It's great.
Next up, more audio. Girls liking girls is kind of the in thing these days. And on the new episode of Red Table Talk, both Jada Pinkett Smith and her daughter Willow admitted they're in the club.
I could see you falling in love with a woman one day.
I've had my fair share of swooning and feeling oh my God, she's so beautiful, she's so talented.
I've swooned a lot. I will say that.
Yeah,
I've had 2 times I've been infatuated with a woman.
Really?
Yes, I've swooned 2 times. Early on, 20.
Yeah,
you know
I'm 28.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't feel like I've been in love with a woman just yet, but I definitely feel like it could happen.
Yeah.
Because I've had very strong feelings for women before.
Okay. Drake's $100 million Toronto home was stormed by a knife-wielding woman who was arrested after allegedly striking a guard with a pipe. She never actually made it into the house. Diana, the musical, almost opened a year ago, but the pandemic prevented that. Now it's planned to open on Broadway December the 1st for previews before an opening on the 16th. However, before that, there will be a Netflix special on the musical airing October the 1st. Drew Barrymore is turning into a mini Oprah. First, she launched the talk show. Now she's starting up her own magazine, Drew. The group Coldplay has never set foot in Malaysia, but the band is now sponsoring a ship that will clean up rubbish and pollution from the Klang River to prevent it from going out into the sea. And finally, here's audio from last night's Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Wow, another major news day. And when I say major, I am again talking about President Biden's dog, who last night I informed you bit an employee of the National Park Service. This was his second attack this month. And today we learn via the AP that Major or his colleague Champ has defiled the hallway outside the reception room just off the White House South Lawn. What a scoop that is. I like that the White House dog making a bowel movement is a news story. A year ago, we were out of ventilators. Okay? Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz is having a bad week after a bombshell report by the New York Times last night. Matt Gaetz is basically the shrimp tail in your Cinnamon Toast Crunch. He is not well-liked by anyone, and he's reportedly being investigated by the Department of Justice. They're looking into whether or not he had a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old and paid for her travel across state lines, which becomes sex trafficking. Gates, by the way, was the only congressman, Democrat or Republican, to vote against a law that gave the government more power to fight human trafficking. He's one of the worst of the worst. Even his fellow Republicans are reportedly celebrating this. Not only does Gates deny the charges, he tried to explain to Tucker Carlson last night that the real victim is him.
What is happening is an extortion of me and my family involving a former Department of Justice official. On March 16th, my father got a text message demanding a meeting wherein a person demanded $25 million in exchange for making horrible sex trafficking allegations against me go away.
You can really tell he's speaking from the heart and not from a statement his lawyer wrote on the screen. You ever notice it's always my father with these guys? My father. My father was investigated because when you pull his finger, a fart would come out. And they called it domestic terrorism.
Jimmy Kimmel, Love This Tune, to Brexky, Camden Cox, Do You Remember? On Radio 1 Mallorca.
Phil Allen.
I mean, what's not to love?
That's just about it from me for today, and indeed for a little while. I'll be back on your radio with more new shows a week from Monday. Adios, amigos.
Oh, my sweet darling. Oh, my dearest love. I'll count the hours that you're away.
Bless you, Trish.
Well, that's our show.
It's over.
What?
It's over. It is over.
Is that it?
That's it.
Everybody still awake?
Will you come on already? I just can't stand these long goodbyes.
All right, big finish.
See you later.
This is Radio 1 with Phil Allen. Phil Allen. Spread the word.
Yeah.
And the love.